Julie's going to talk about is our our customer engagement and how we plan on engaging our customers and really identifying kind of the direction that they believe it's important for us to go. And so I won't steal any of her thunder on that. And so with that, I'll let Julie talk about our customer engagement strategy. So thank you. There's a Freudian slip somewhere in there.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. So before I jump into the customer engagement discussion specifically, I want to give a little bit of context because I'm not sure who all was here last week to hear a bit of the context behind it. But the utility industry and OPPD obviously are in this time of transformation, and it's happening much faster. This transformation is happening much faster now than it certainly was when I started many, many decades ago. So we're shaped very much, the work we do is shaped by the trends that we see in our industry, by our customers' expectations and how they interact with service providers in all types of other industries, retail establishments. All of that impacts what our customers are expecting from us. So we take that into consideration, but also first and foremost, we take into consideration what our strategic directives are. And those are the board policies that have been set. And the senior management team takes those directives and the goals and metrics that we have in there, and we have these discussions about our strategy and where we need to go. And out of that, we developed our guiding principles. And that's what you see up here on the slide. And I'm going to start on with the trusted energy partner. Obviously, that one is near and dear to me, and I'm going to really dive into that one on the next slide, but it's really focusing on our customers and communities and knowing that they can count on us to bring them that value, caring, and excellence in the service that we provide to them around energy. And then operational excellence is making sure that we are doing that in a safe, reliable manner, whether it's our generation systems, our energy delivery, everything we do, we want to make certain that we're doing it in a safe, environmentally sensitive manner, and that we're being innovative as a utility in how we do that. And technology solutions follows that innovation, and we want to make sure we're providing value-added technologies not only to our users within the company to run the business, but also for our customers as they're interacting with us as we move forward. And we want to make sure that those are secure and reliable as well. And then obviously we can't do any of this without having well-skilled and talented people to serve our communities. And finally, we also can't do it without some financial backing. And so that obviously comes through our revenue, and I want to make sure that we keep things affordable and that we're providing investment in our community as we're providing our energy services. So our look ahead for the work that we need to do is never ending. And so today, as I talk about the utility of the future, again, I'm going to dive into specifically this trusted energy partner and what that means to us. We can't deliver on being the trusted energy partner if we don't have operational excellence, financial stewardship, and the people to do that. So you can see up here some of the things that we hear from our customers. They want more choice. They want choice about the basic service that we provide them, but they also want choices in terms of, do we provide some offerings around energy efficiency? Can they have distributed generation? How do they go about doing that? They want to have digital tools that help to make their experience easy in interacting with OPPD. And they want to know that their utility cares about the community. And so we want to understand, as we're being the trusted energy partner, from our community's perspective, what do they see our role as being? So when we consider the trends that our customers are seeing when they're interacting, obviously, with other service providers, we want to be able to deliver a low-effort digital option and be able to provide that timely and accurate information in this real-time information world that we live in today. We want to be able to enhance the consultative services that we provide our customers around energy usage, around distributed generation, the sources of our energy, and any resiliency or reliability concerns that they have. And we want to be able to target new customers and our existing customers with new and improved products and services. And finally, in order to do that well, we need to engage our stakeholders. And that's really what this initiative is about, to make sure that we understand what they value and why they value it, and then how best we can serve those needs and provide a solution that meets the value proposition that they're looking for. So last month, Mary hit on some of the trends, and so I'm going to run through a couple of those really from the perspective of how that ultimately impacts or drives the solutions that we want to provide our customers. So starting kind of on the lower left hand, the carbon emissions and climate change. Those are topics that are, we see every day. We see information about the impact that the carbon emissions are having on climate. And so we want to make sure that when that's driving the sustainability efforts that we have, you've seen that change our generation landscape as we're moving towards our renewables, and that we're by the end of the year we should be at that 40% of our retail energy sales being supplied through the renewable generation. But it's also driving customers wanting to have their own generation so that they can have more control. And so we need to be in that business and help them understand how to make that happen. Another aspect is the electrification across the grid. Electric vehicles, we've introduced that pilot. We need to continue to understand how our community wants us to serve them in that role of helping to bring more electric vehicles into our service territory. It's a growth opportunity certainly for ourselves, but it's also something that then helps to reduce carbon emissions. One of the biggest carbon emitters is that transportation sector. And so then while there's this potential for the additional energy technologies in homes and businesses, it's going to drive the rise of that prosumer. And so last month, the discussion about that two-way communications, OPPD's role is going to move more into not just how we're moving the electrons around to serve the electrical needs, but how do we interact with the data, right, that needs to be moving back and forth between the energy company and the consumers, and how they're using our system, and how those transactions are playing out from a financial perspective in the marketplace. And then smart technologies. Obviously, our whole world today is kind of driven by the devices that we carry around in our hand, the smart technologies, the easy apps. That certainly is driving the interactions that our customers have with us and what they expect of us. And so we want to make sure that we're being able to deliver things that support that digital lifestyle and provide those experiences that they have elsewhere, providing proactive, detailed information, increased automation of the service interactions, and to anticipate, really, I think that's something that customers are really looking for us, is to anticipate what they might want and make sure that we have and design that experience accordingly. So ultimately, with these changes in the industry, customers are going to have more choice. And so we want to make sure that we're providing choices for our customers that meet their energy needs. The challenge with this is that not all 380,000 of our customers value the same things. And so that's really what's driving this customer engagement initiative. So our future is really about listening and anticipating those customer needs, and this initiative is going to help us get there. So the customer engagement, an overview of the project, it's really about how do we proactively seek input from our customers in order to better understand and deliver on what they're looking for from their utility provider, and to build out a framework that we have this information, we have this research data from our customers, and that we're able to use it on a more proactive basis than what we have in the past. So I'm going to share a little bit about where we are today with our research, because I think our teams have done a great job historically with the research that we've needed as a utility. But as with everything in the utility industry, those needs are evolving. And so we have done, and the public affairs team under Kate's direction and Kate Thomas's direction, Al Wunderlich's team have always done a great job of getting input for market research. When we had a product or service we felt that we should be providing to our customers, they helped us go out and get that data. They provide the customer satisfaction data and help us monitor how we're performing against our customers' expectations today. Tim O'Brien's team has built a very sophisticated customer engagement or stakeholder engagement process. You've seen it play out around the transmission line siting, the rate restructuring, and there we're seeking quantitative information. We're doing focus groups. We're informing and educating customers. We're seeking their input and really using that to help design and deliver what we are providing them. Additionally, we have done what have been traditionally called after-call surveys or interaction surveys. We've shifted now to do customer experience journey surveys that give us very specific feedback about an interaction that customers have had. And with our latest, our customer experience strategic initiative, we were introduced to the concepts of design thinking and doing empathy interviews with our customers to get more insight from really to put us in the, look at our processes from the viewpoint of the customer so that we could better improve that journey and not look at it from the utility perspective. So these have all been great tools. They've been a little bit reactive rather than proactive. And so I think that's the evolution you're going to see with this effort. We do these studies, we use them for the purpose that we set out to, and then they sit on a shelf or in a file, we'll say, on our computers, but it's not in a database or data warehouse type system where we can do analytics on our customer data. And so that is going to be another big component of this customer engagement effort, is to gather information from our customers proactively. It may not be about a specific product and service. The surveys and the feedback tools may be more general studies about how our customers live their life, how it relates to their energy usage, what they're expecting, maybe not just about their utility, but how they interact with other service providers. All of that data then can be used in conjunction with the data that we have in terms of customers' bill payment behaviors or usage information that we have internally. So I think what you're going to see coming out of this is a far stronger framework of our research and the data analytics of using that data to really inform our decisions as we move forward. So Heather Siebken, who is our director of product development and marketing, is going to be leading this effort. And like I mentioned, she'll work closely with the public affairs group, Kate's team, the business technology group, in order to get the data warehouse and the analytics set up. But really, this effort should be influencing decisions that are made across all the business units and the other strategic initiatives as we move forward. So I mentioned that we have 380,000 customers and they don't all value the same thing. We have 336,000 residential customers. Some of them are very focused on sustainability and renewable energy and wanting to make sure that they're an early adopter on electric vehicles, and that not all are focused on that. And so we need to have a better understanding of the segments that are within our customer groups. In the past, historically, from a utility perspective, those segments were really rather large buckets of residential, commercial, and industrial customers. And those buckets really were around how the customer used our electric system and not so much about their lifestyle and their behaviors outside of their interactions with us. And really what we want to have going forward so that we can better serve the customers relative to their energy needs is to have that more holistic view of the customer and the segments that we need to be providing for and the wide ranging values that you would see. So again, going on that will provide us the basis so that we can have more individualized, personalized conversations with our customers, provide those consulting services that they're looking for from OPPD, and ultimately help us to align our investments on what our customers' priorities are. So what we know that today we are not proactively seeking the information from our customers to inform us, the board and management, from a strategic planning perspective. I would say the research that we've done has been very transactional or tactical in nature in the past. This is intended to be more strategic planning, long-term thinking about where we need to take this utility for the future. Doing it on this reactive basis, obviously that means that we're providing products and service reactively, and we may be providing things to the folks that are vocal. We have a large subset of customers we aren't hearing from, and so we want to make sure that we're out there proactively getting feedback from every segment of our customer base. What we don't know. So as I mentioned, the finer points of our customer segments and how they differ for what they value from different products and services. Who do our customers want us to be in the future? If they want to get off the grid, do they want OPPD to help them get off the grid? What is our role in helping them manage their energy services or controlling the lighting or the appliances in their home? Those are the types of things that we don't know or understand about our customers today and what they would value. We have minimal today on our products and services that we offer. The perception of the value of those from our customers' perspective, we sell them a product and service, they're pleased with it, but we have minimal follow-up to really understand, could we expand the number of customers that are participating in that product by getting some additional insight and feedback from the customers that have it and the customers that don't? Is there a way for us to improve the products that we have today? So that's going to be another component of this effort. And then we need to gather a lot more data and start building those segmentation models so that we can better serve our customers' future energy needs. So why would we collect all this feedback from our customers? One, we want to understand our customers. We need to move to this model where we can discover and deeply understand the expectations of the customers, the residentials, the business, our communities, and the role that we serve. Our customer data really can be one of the greatest assets that we have. We have a lot of data about our customers, obviously, through the data that we collect today. But when we combine that with the other data that we don't have today, it really will be powerful for how we can better serve the customers and help them transition to this new energy world or utility of the future. We want to be able to empower our customers by giving them, based on that information we get, then we'll be able to provide them information and insights to help empower them and allow them to make decisions on how they want to interact with OPPD and how they want to approach their energy needs moving forward. We want to be able to be in a position of solution engineering. So this is an area where today we don't really necessarily know what customers are wanting and how we can help solve their problems or the pain points that they have today and how we might solve their problems. So this is really what we're looking to do. We want to be able to make sure that our employees have a toolkit that differentiates solutions for customers. Today, the employee, based on the interaction they're having through a call or out in the field, they have limited information about that customer. Gathering more data about the customer and the segmentations will help provide that employee rep the ability to provide or offer up, consult more specifically and personalized to our customers. And then finally, we want to be able to provide customer and operational insights that allow for continuous process improvement. Whether it's about a product and service or just our internal operations on how we're delivering service to that customer, we always want to make sure that we're getting the feedback we need to improve our processes. So what does this mean for the future? We're going to be able to provide management and the board with the information, analytics, strategic insights, and education that will equip us to make informed, objective decisions on behalf of our customers. And our customers will be telling us what they want, not necessarily the other way around in terms of here's what the utility thinks you should be doing. We want the customers to be telling us what they want from their public utility. The plan is for this research to take 18 to 24 months. Now, it won't be 18 to 24 months before we get output from it. This will be a very iterative process, but as I mentioned, we want to look at the work that we've done so far, and we want to have a consultant help us and evaluate what is the research, what are the components of research that we are missing, and then develop this framework that we're going to do the proactive research, that general study that I talked about, and then from that gather the insights that we can about where our customers want us to go for the future. So I think what you'll see is some iterations of information coming forward out of this initiative over the next 18 to 24 month period. And that will in turn be feeding the other initiatives that are underway. Certainly, with the decarbonization effort, there will be a large customer stakeholder effort with that. And so Lisa's team and this customer engagement team will be working with Mary's team on what does that look like for that particular effort, and then how do we house the information that we gain from that and the insights that we gain from that. What we learn from this will be telling to what our employees need to know and what they need to be skilled at for the future as we move forward. It will be telling to what we need to build into the electrical system, the transmission and distribution system as well, to serve the customer's need in that utility of the future. It will inform, like I said, the other strategic initiatives. It'll inform our product development team as we're rolling out new products and services. And, ultimately we're going to have the data and analytics that we need in order to provide solutions that will allow customers to look at OPPD in a different way and choose us as they move forward and they have more choices, but really rely upon us to be their trusted energy partner. And that is the conclusion of what I have. That's how we're going to lead the way with customer engagement.
Thanks, Julie. Appreciate that. Again, this is our opportunity